Now, I apologize. There's nothing wrong with this microphone. I don't know why. Whenever I come on YouTube, it tends to go in and out. I don't understand. I apologize because that's a pain in the ass. I'd come out of channeling to fix the microphone. So anyway, all right. So I'm gonna go back in and I'm going to channel the message. I don't like the background of where I am right now, but I'm afraid to move the computer. So, welcome back. Jesus. Channeling the Council live. I'll be back. Indeed, we never left. So, this is a great example of all things happen in perfect order and for a good reason. Just like this was not planned. This is not something that she would necessarily have wanted to happen. And it's so indicative of how life works for so many of you. Yes, things happen and you get frazzled and flustered and upset. Disruptions happen. And most times they're teaching you to go with the flow. That usually when you're being pivoted in some way in your life, it's because you're being pointed in a new and different and, dare we say, even better direction than where you think you are headed. Remember, there is the larger part of you that is spirit that doesn't, as your human form, you aren't privy to all of your plans, all of the details of it. And that is supposed to be for the simple fact that it's supposed to make life interesting, just like what we were saying before about people being different. It's to add to the joy, to the wonder, you came here literally to be joyfully game to figure out this life. Given contrast, given polarity, to deepen your level of awareness, to fine tune and sharpen your desires, to grow, to expand. But so many of you view it as something that's confining, constricting, disempowering, and it's not. It's the game of life. So, dare we say this disruption was even part of a divine plan. She's getting better at not letting things ruffle her because she knows that must be happening for a reason. Sometimes her energy allows her to flow better than others, but overall, she is flowing more and more in that direction. This comes up as an example for all of you too, that you're meant to flow with what happens in your life. Control the things, or dare we say, move joyfully toward the things that you are desiring and that is within your bandwidth to affect, we should say. We don't even want to use the word control. But conversely, those that you can't have much impact over the fact that it's happening, raise your feet and go with the flow of the current of the river. It knows where you're supposed to go because that's your soul leading you. Your soul is the current of your life. Trust it, trust in the plan, and that you as God in human form are far more powerful than you can ever imagine yourself to be, and you can easily handle everything that comes up when you in a resource and not look outside of yourself for the solution to that of which is happening that is outside of the bandwidth of your impact. Trust, lean in that it's all happening for a reason. Trust, lean in that you have a growth opportunity in it. Trust and lean in that you are unearthing a more and better version of yourself. Trust and lean in that you are forging the God sense out of you as you move through that. That's your truth. This life is an illusion. It's a game. And you are all energy, and everything that happens and impacts is due to where you're placing your focus, i.e., your energy, because your energy is the greater part of who you are. You are eternal, powerful, everlasting energy that reflects the divine. That is your truth. That is what you are made of. That is who you will return to being and continue being. That's what this lifetime is expanding upon, that being, eternal being. But you return to the oneness of all after each life that you have. So you bring that power with you here. And what we are aiming to show you, to teach you, how to guide you towards understanding better and embodying, as this one has in many ways and still is learning. It has literally changed who she is. It literally has changed her entire life. She is a shadow of the person that she once was, having started this work. And as she says, life will always keep lifing. She was saying that to herself this morning. Man, life is lifing. You will never get it done as far as opportunities to grow. This one has been going through what many would describe as a dark night of the soul. What's funny is that she thought that she had been through one before and was convinced that she would never, ever go to that place again. And in fact, in our channeling, we told her that the worst is behind you. Yet this most recent ascension phase that she has been going through has been a big one. It's been a big one. And she's still going through it. And in her moments of great frustration, when she pops her head out of her knowings, as she calls it, trust is really what we're meaning. She comes out swinging. She really does. Angry. Why am I here? I thought that you said the worst is behind me. Many of you may identify with this and why we're talking about it. But everybody comes here for different life plans and purposes. And how you navigate that plan, as well as the plan, all guided by your free will choices from day to day, minute to minute, hour to hour, week to week, year to year, will impact. There are an infinite amount of pathways to get you where you intended upon going in this lifetime, but your free will choice will dictate which pathways you are going through and what experiences you will have. And we told this one before she came into the life. You're piling on a lot. Are you sure you want to do this? But on all of her knowingness as spirit, eternal energy that reflects source, who lacks nothing, sees all. Oh, I can do it. And then you get here and it gets really tough because the same awareness is not with you by design in this lifetime, because you came here to focus on your path. If you remembered all of where you came from, believe me, you tap out so fast because there is nothing of lack in the spirit realm. There is nothing but unconditional love and peace and joy. It's a continual state of bliss and engagement and purpose and fulfillment. And it's why you hear with so many with experienced near-death experiences that come back and talk about them, that they say that they don't want to come back. They've experienced that level of bliss, of peace that you all seek here, unconditional love, that the feeling from source energy that will just reduce you and make you weep, reduce you in beautiful ways to tears. This stuff is tough that you came here to navigate. It's just tough. But you signed up for it because you knew you were well equipped for it. You signed up for it because you knew you had all the tools to do it, and to do it with joy. You did it because you were anxious to expand, to co-create with Source in this way. You came here to love one another and be of service. You came here to experience things and figure out how to manifest a beautiful life. You came here sometimes with some themes in order to grow. This one does past life regression so much and sees when she facilitates the session through the life experience into the spiritual realm, through the death experience. So many choose themes. I wanted to come into this lifetime in order to feel what poverty felt like, extreme lack, or to have such an extreme disability that unconditional love was the only thing that they wanted to experience. Or what it felt like to be extremely physically limited, to experience life and then suddenly be taken out by a sudden car crash, to experience extreme betrayal. You name it. Oftentimes, lifetimes can be just for the experience, for that of growth, because there's two sides to everything. There's love and there's fear. And there is polarity that needs to be experienced to grow in your desires and your beingness. If you grew up poor, what greater motivator to be abundant in life? You appreciate that later on because of what you didn't have early on. You can appreciate a great love when you've been betrayed before. There are many lifetimes where people have reincarnated when they were past slave owners, and then in some way, in another lifetime, are in some way overpowered, and their freedom is limited. Some call it karma. We call it experience for that of growth. So don't judge yourselves too harshly in this life, because when you judge yourself harshly, that becomes a part of your energetic footprint. And that is what you project out to others. We submit and support you taking a deep dive into exercises of self-love, filling up your cup, loving yourself as your fundamental aim of your lifetime. Some would call that selfish. Well, that's a human construct that you're not supposed to be. You're the only one in charge of your life path. You came here to sort yourself out, not everybody else. You've been taught as a limiting belief that that's not a positive thing. We assert that as you fill your cup up, you have so much to give from it. You can give from the overflow as you constantly pour into it. And that is how it's supposed to happen. That is a winning formula. However, if you are walking around depleted, giving of yourself at all times, never filling your own cup, it always a quart low. What do you have to give? If you are not enthralled, immersed, experiencing joy, how can you offer it to anyone else? If you are not immersing yourself in unconditional love for yourself, how can you offer it to someone else? It's why you have so many deficits in your earth plane now. It's because everyone's walking around a quart low. Top off. Top yourselves off. Make it a practice. Dispense of these limiting beliefs that it's selfish to do so, that there's some downside to taking good care of yourself and ensuring your own happiness. No, there's not. It's only going to reverberate out to everyone else. So we support you all being incredibly selfish. It will heal your world. It will heal many of the ills in your world. When you are happy, you are not doing things, cutting corners, getting over on others because you are feeling it's the only way you can get what you need. Won't happen. You name a downside to self-love, because no one's responsible for someone else's journey. That's another limiting belief. You're only in charge of your own. So many of you think that you have to self-sacrifice for others when really all you're doing is impeding their growth. You're impeding them figuring it out on their own. You're impeding them from stepping into their God sense. The universe is never in support of that. Things will always happen to redirect that because it knows what everyone's plan is and is in support of it and is always holding that in high vibration for you all. So it is our wish for you all this week to go off and be selfish. Pour into your cup every day. In every situation, reach for your joyful moments. And we are not saying at the cost of another. We're not saying that. We think that we are confident in that you know the difference in what we are saying, because do it in ways that is in alignment with who you really are wanting to be as a person. It's just taking away the shoulds and the guilt and the limiting beliefs that you're responsible for someone else's happiness when you're not. You're only responsible for your own. And we explain why. So let that be your aim for the week. To pour more into yourself. Choose moments of joy whenever you have the opportunity to. It's a choice. And in doing so, you free yourself in so many ways. And journal how your week goes if you are to take on this challenge that we are offering up. We submit that you will have a beautiful, blessed week. We also submit that you will be vibrating after a few days in ways that you literally can create beautiful blessings to show up unexpectedly. Miracles are a natural state in your world. Limiting beliefs keep you from either seeing them and creating them. So, this is our message to you all today from the council. And before we depart, let us take 3 clock minutes for all who are here, anyone who comes through, comes in union with this video. Take 3 clock minutes in order to send your intention out into the universe, for the purpose of raising the vibration and levels of humanity on your earth plane. We shall begin. they're gone. All right. That felt like a massage, man. That felt good. I feel like I can go lay back down again. Okay, I was inclined to say sorry about the sound issues, but I guess there was a reason for it. Every time they channel through me, I get sleepy now. Thank everybody for joining. Please like and share. Give comment to anything that resonates about this. Their messages that came through today, and wishing everyone a wonderful, wonderful week. And remember, every day is a great day to be great. Namaste.